Ladies and gentlemen, boy, do we have news to go over today. Is there going to be a running back strike that happens in the NFL? What is my reaction to the extremely bold statement Dak Prescott made? How do the Madden ratings look so far? Does Steph Curry worship Satan? My thoughts on Stephon Diggs' nudes. Okay, maybe not that last part, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So before we hop into today's video, don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or PrizePicks.com. You can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products, or you can match up to $100 of your first deposit. Also, don't be shy if you like my hats. The link is in the bio. You can use code WYATT10 to save yourself a discount on any Waggle merchandise. That's enough plugging though. Let's get into the news. Alright, so beginning this video, we'll talk about, the biggest piece of news going on right now, and that is the high chance of a running back strike happening in the NFL. For those who are unaware, yesterday was the deadline where players had to reach an agreement with their team on a long-term contract, otherwise they are required to play under the franchise tag. And ironically, the three players who were not able to reach agreements with their teams were all running backs, and all very good running backs at that. Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs, and Saquon Barkley. This has gathered support from not only, running backs in the league, but fans around the world for these guys to get paid. And if something doesn't get fixed about this soon, there's probably gonna be a running back strike where these guys form a union and hold out together. And I'm talking about players who are currently in the league holding out in support of these guys, like Derrick Henry and Najee Harris. It's great that this union, is gonna be formed, because I do agree that running backs deserve to be paid, but there is one massive piece of statistics that is always going to work against the running back. And it's also a statistic that has me caught in the middle of this argument, and I'm not spreading anti-player propaganda here, I'm spreading facts. To win a Super Bowl, you don't need a big-time running back. That's statistically proven. This is the last 14 championship running backs. Look at their salaries, look at their names. Do you remember half of those guys? Granted, Marshawn Lynch was on the Seahawks that year. The only reason Percy's on here is because I think he had more yards a carry or something, because he was a fucking kick returner. Anyway, I get it, a good running back definitely helps your team, but they are also without a doubt the most replaceable position, the fastest winding down position, and those two things alone make it harder to give money to these guys. I've actually seen a lot of suggestions going around that I think would really fix this situation, and that's allow running backs to develop contracts earlier, like maybe after 2 years in the league, because literally these guys only have until about 29 or 30 and they're done. It's not fair to them. It really isn't. But at the same time, I'm not paying a running back $20 million a year. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Gotta be a happy medium, man. Up next, here's a quick sneak peek at the Browns' new alternative white helmet that they just announced this morning, and honestly, I think it looks dope. This picture looks scary, too. If I saw that, I'd shit my pants. Good for you, Cleveland. You guys are making massive steps to actually give yourselves an attractive brand for once. Also, should be noted that rookie training camps officially start today, so yay! The NFL season is officially underway. Well, kind of. It's the little things in the offseason that get us excited, man. Just appreciate it. Up next, let's take a look at the Madden player ratings for safety and wide receivers that were dropped yesterday. By the way, you can look up any safety or wide receiver. I'm just gonna be going over the top 10 to save time, but looking at the top 10 safeties for Madden 24, we've got Derwin James at the top with a 95. Under that, we've got Minka at 93. Honestly, I think that's a little bit underrated. Minka's just as good, if not better than Derwin. Below Minka, we got Justin Simmons at number 3 with a 92. Then we've got Kevin Byard with a 92 at number 4. Number 5 is Jesse Bates at a 91. Number 6 is Tyrann Mathieu at a 91. 7 is Budda Baker at a 90. 8 is Jordan Poyer at a 90. Obviously, I think that's underrated. 9 is Harrison Smith at a 90, and I think that's generous. I like the placement, but it's generous. And 10 is actually Micah Hyde, and that shocks me because he didn't play a snap last year. I obviously love the placement, but he probably doesn't deserve a top 10 placement over someone like, I don't know, Antoine Winfield Jr. All in all, not too bad though. Now, as far as their top 10 receivers go for Madden 24, this is where I start to develop a little bit more of questions. So number 1, we got Jetta at 99. That's much deserved. Number 2 is Tyreek at 98. That's much deserved. 3 is Devonta Adams at 97. I think that's good. 4 and 5, we got Diggs and Cooper Kupp at 96. I like them, but this is where it starts to fall apart for me. Jamar Chase at a 94 seems a little bit too low. D-Hop at a 93, even though it probably is fine, still seems a little bit overrated. Terry at 92 is good. AJ Brown at 91 is horrendously low. And then number 10 is Amari Cooper, and his placement of a 91 overall doesn't bother me. I think Amari deserves it, but what does bother me is how Jalen Waddle and CeeDee Lamb aren't on here. Like, you're telling me that Madden views Amari Cooper as a better receiver than both of them? Like, fuck off. And then also as of this morning, Aaron fucking Donald is a 99 overall again for the 7th year in a row. I don't want to sound like a hater, bro, but that doesn't make a lick of sense. He is not a 99 still. He didn't even play a full year last year, and what do you have, 5, 6 sacks? Like, this ain't based off all time. It's based off the previous year, and a 99 for Aaron Donald is just stupid. It's a rotten start for today. What'd I tell you guys? We knew the ratings were going to be terrible. They do it on purpose, and we get mad anyway. All right, up next, we'll be taking a look at the rather bold statement Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott had to make for himself for the upcoming season. According to Dak, he will not have 10 interceptions this year. Earlier this month at a youth football camp in July, Dak Prescott said, "I know who I am, and you can go back and take half of those drops away." That's very true. They weren't his fucking fault. Anyway, Dak went on to say, "I'm not saying it's on the receiver, but you can cut that in half, then we start talking about those. Nobody's talking about it." Continuing on, Dak did say some of it is the offense and them understanding exactly where they are. Mike does an amazing job with those guys. They know where to be, why to be, when they're getting looked at. That's going to be a big jump. Then to end the interview, Dak said, "I won't have 10 interceptions this year." So what are you guys making of that? Because if you're asking me, it is extremely bold. One, because Dak even just said himself, he knows half the picks last year weren't his fault. So how is he going to be able to control that again this year? And for two, if he now throws 10 interceptions, that man better not go on social media. He better not pick up his phone. He better not listen to the radio for a year. This is the most hated team in the history of professional sports. And the quarterback of the most hated team in professional sports just said he will not throw 10 interceptions this year. If he does, it's gonna be bad. For the record, I hope he doesn't. I am cheering for the Cowboys this year fucking weirdly. And ending the NFL news today, I just want to talk about the wide receiver graveyard known as the Tennessee Titans. Obviously now, since D-Hop has signed with them, clearly just for money, and I don't care what anybody says, man, he went there for no other reason. The Titans aren't gonna win shit. Mike Vrabel does have impressive drip. Anyway, this brings an interesting point now, because if D-Hop does in fact go to Tennessee and do virtually nothing this year, he is just gonna be added to the list of legendary wide receivers who have gone there to die. I mean, seriously, first it was Andre Johnson, then it was Randy Moss, then it was Julio Jones, and now it's DeAndre Hopkins. And this damn guy said he wanted to go to a team that was in Super Bowl contention, an elite defense, a quarterback who loves the game, and like a fantastic front office or something. He got one of those things there. I do find it funny though how Colts fans are making the wide receiver graveyard joke as if their team hasn't been a quarterback graveyard for, ever since Andrew Luck retired. All right, and up next, I will be asking the question that the world is wondering right now, and that is, does Steph Curry worship Satan? I mean, every time I look at the TV, this guy is doing something elite on screen, like literally elite. He doesn't ever look bad at anything. This last weekend, not only did he win a golf tournament, but the son of a bitch hit a hole-in-one, an ace! An ace! You know how hard that is to do? What kind of Illuminati party did this guy join? Who does he talk to at night? Why is it that this man could literally walk into any building and be the best at whatever is going on in there? I know he's a good dude, he's a great father, I have nothing against him, but I am just curious, does he worship the fucking devil? Never seen anything like this. And ending this video, I've got an awesome video game announcement. Apparently, Xbox has revived all of the classic Call of Duty games. And what I mean by that is you can now go on Xbox and play them online and get into lobbies without a problem, and they're not just completely filled with hackers. Also, this is not confirmed, but I have heard that all of the games are also going to be on Game Pass now, like COD 4 all the way up until Ghosts. And if you guys are interested in watching me play them, I think I'm going to be streaming it today, probably when this video is done uploading. And if they're not on Game Pass, that's alright, baby, because your boy kept them! I don't know why I have 2 Modern Warfare 2s, but anyway, we're going hard. I know it's not going to be the same, but it's going to be nostalgic, it's going to be fun, and if you guys like playing Call of Duty, you can now on Xbox. That's the one good thing Xbox has done over the last decade. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to be all for today's news video. I hope you guys are continuing to like this. If you are, you know what to do to show support. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my best to post on this channel every single day. With everything I said, though, I'm going to hop off and get this edited so you guys can watch it on time, and I can hopefully give you a Twitch stream. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. As always, I will see you the next time I upload.